let's start with when you first observed Mr. Watkins at the intersection that you drew on that diagram up there. Can you show me how he crossed the street?
You want me to demonstrate that?
Yeah, I'd like you to,
Sure.
to play Watkins. So you are crossing the street. How are you crossing the street towards me? If I am the liquor store, I'll stand right over here.
So the lamppost, we'll say, was over here, and he was leaning against this lamppost on the wall.
If it's easier, you can also talk as if you were Watkins. That's fine.
Okay. Well, Watkins wasn't talking. I'm leaning against the lamppost,
Okay.
and then I have to push myself off.
Okay.
And once I push myself off, I am noticeably swaying. And I start to kind of stagger and really drop my feet super hard. And maybe we're in the middle of the intersection now. I stop and visibly try to get my balance again. Then kind of start slowly approaching the liquor store. Get to the curb, and I have a lot of trouble stepping up over the curb. At one point, I kind of brace myself like I'm going down for a fall, and then get up the curb and enter the liquor store.
Now, you as Watkins, do you do anything before you enter the liquor store?
I do. I noticed from my car that I straighten myself up. I pull down my shirt, make sure that my hair is all nice, and kind of I can see myself in or he could see himself in the window of the door, or the reflection of the glass door. So I just knew that he was straightening himself up.
You can take a seat, Inspector Beers.
Okay.
Thank you. And now, so you were in the car, you're Inspector Beers. What do you see from your vantage point through the big window that you described earlier?
So I see Watkins go inside the store, and I see him have a brief interaction with Jones inside the store. It looks like they're conversing. And then I believe both of them went out of view. But I kind of had a hard time seeing because there was the obstruction in the window, the advertising decals.
How much of them could you see from where you were?
I could see from the shoulder up.
Okay. Were there any other obstructions, or just the advertising decal?
Only the advertising
Okay.
decal. But I'm still feeling very confident in what I saw. Definitely didn't prevent me from seeing what was happening.
And you see Dan Jones walk away. Could you see Watkins still at this point?
Dan Jones walked away first, but I could see Watkins in the beginning, but then Watkins also exited from my view.
Okay.
Then they both came back, had another brief interaction where I'm assuming a payment of some sort was exchanged, and then Watkins leaves the store.
Okay, and what was different about Watkins leaving the store, if anything? Was he still swaying?
I believe he was.
Okay. And was he carrying anything?
He was. He had a bag in his hand.
Did you notice that he had a bag going into the store?
No, he had no bag going into the store. He came out with a brown paper bag that you put alcohol inside there.
And what did you do then as you saw him walk down the street with the brown paper bag away from the liquor store?
I got out of my squad car, walked across the street, and approached him, which ultimately ended up in his apprehension.
Now let me ask you, why did you decide at that point to approach him?
Because I thought that he was committing a crime.
And what crime would that have been?
Being publicly intoxicated.
And why did you think at that point he was surely publicly intoxicated in public?
Because of my from watching him cross the intersection to go into cut-rate liquor.
Okay.
And when he exited the store, he still appeared intoxicated to me.
And what did you do when you approached him? How close did you get? What was that interaction like?
So I got out of my vehicle and crossed the street, and I got right up next to him because I ended up cuffing him and putting him.
Do you mind, can I approach?
Yes.
Were you this close?
I mean, I've touched him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this
able
is
to put him
pretty
in the house.
close. Okay. And
We'll
what
stop there, Kathleen.
Okay.